Hi there, my name is Stacy Magnuson, and today I'd like to talk to you about songwriting and covering your ASCAP. First, I'd like to tell you a little bit about myself. I started songwriting, writing poetry, I guess, at about the age of 8, and songwriting came about the time my parents first put a guitar in my hands. I've always wanted to become a singer and songwriter, and something I've just always loved music. And so for this project, I turned to my friend Terry Talbot. He's a fabulous musician, great Christian songwriter, and great mentor. He's now 71 years old, but he's always been my hero in Christian songwriting. He writes very similar into a style that I emulate, and he's become a good friend over the years. Terry and his brother John Michael started a band about the mid 60s called Mason Prophet, and they had kind of a country rock sound. John, Michael, and Terry left the band when they became Christians, and John Michael became a Franciscan monk, fabulous award-winning artist. Even if you don't recognize his name, John Michael Talbot, you surely have heard some of his music. Terry, meanwhile, kept up with his kind of rock sound, and even those had a very Christian influence, um, kept going with the rock sound. But his songwriting definitely is something that I continue to emulate. Meanwhile, back in the church basement is me, and writing my little heart out, and even wrote my graduating class song in 1983. Met and married a fellow singer-songwriter. We were married for 22 years and even recorded an album together, toured together, sang a lot together, and but all good things must come to an end, even bad things. Little did I know that amidst divvying up furniture, that I'd also have to be looking for custody of my songs. But I did. Over 100 songs I had written probably in the course of the time we were together, and found out that one of my songs that was called In His Light appeared on, I believe it was his second album. He cleverly changed the name to something I can barely pronounce, Alla Luce del Dio, I think, and but didn't get credit for that song. Little Google search showed that a few other people liked the song as well. Um, uh, I played every one of them, and they're all my song. A little bit of a surprise there. To add insult to injury, on another album he gave company to Alla Luce del Dio in his light by adding another song that he had written. He didn't put that in Italian. It was called Take My Hand. I had written it for a high school sweetheart I had had. Reached out to Terry, and Terry said, Stace, you gotta do a cease and desist. Get that stopped. Meantime, you get yourself protected by ASCAP. Get a license. Get the rest of your stuff taken care of. I decided no longer am I going to be an underwear drawer musician. I got to take myself seriously. If my songs are good enough to be stolen, they're good enough to be licensed. So I looked into ASCAP. That is a performers. Let's see if I can get this straight. It stands for PRO, performers. I'm probably going to get this wrong. It's an organization for getting your music licensed. Extremely important. If your music, it's automatically copyrighted if it's fixed, which means it's recorded or it's written down. It's not registered, but it's a fixed copyright. Very important. These are ASCAP's prices. I did the $100 one because it's extremely important for me to have publishing rights to my music. These are lifetime prices, which I think that's incredible. If you're just a songwriter, $50 is great. I say if you've got $100, do it. Lifetime, you're covered. That's great because you do not want this to happen to you. Now, do a little Google. Walter did a great job on this song, but it's really shocking to go out and find somebody else doing your song that you didn't even know was out there. He did a great job, by the way. I might need to talk to Walter at some point, though. But my cease and desist did get acknowledged. This is good. Got royalties coming my way. This is awesome. So thanks for listening. I appreciate your time, and cover your ASCAP.